It's your boy Conservist34, and I'm recording again. My last recording was too long and not focused, but I want to try to get this down for the fans. Thank you for you guys who like, subscribe, comment to my material. At Conservist34 on Twitter, and Conservist34 on Instagram. And I just want to talk about some of the reactions I'm seeing from the Citi private pass presale and the official platinum ticket presale through Ticketmaster Live Nation today for the Dave Matthews Band. Is February 19th, 2019, for those of you who don't know. As I record this here at the end of the night, 8:14 Eastern right now, I've seen a lot of reaction. Now, the good news is some fans have gotten tickets for good prices at fair market value, $85, $115 seats, price seats. That's a good thing. Someone I saw Fiddlers in Inglewood, Colorado, they got some seats there, and I'm sure some other people have too. Good for you guys. I'm proud that certain fans were able to get access to tickets today. That's what it's about. If we can get the more fans we can get at fair prices through Ticketmaster, that's a great thing. But what I'm here to talk about is the fact that a lot of people aren't getting fair prices. People are getting after the Citi card tickets go and expire and they're sold out, you're left with a bunch of platinum seats, official platinum seats, at marked up prices. For an example, Hartford, Connecticut, Xfinity Theater. They're coming in June, this Saturday in June. I have warehouse tickets in section 800. That is the far corner middle pavilion there. They have double letters in the middle pavilion, triple letters in the upper portion of that second deck. Now, I paid $85 per ticket through the warehouse, right? I got confirmed. I'm excited. A couple rows away from me, if you went on and all right, there's no more Citi cards, but hey, there's platinum seats. They are selling tickets at the wall. Again, the section at the wall of the venue. So if this is center stage, you're over here at the wall looking at the side of the stage. You can still see the full stage, but you're at the wall. And at the far corner of that section, the speakers kind of block some of the stuff too. So I'm paid $85 per ticket. I'm excited. I'm a couple rows back from, about 5 or 6 rows back from the front of that section. And a row in front of me, or 2 rows in front of me, these platinums, they're called platinum seats. They have no VIP amenities. They are being sold at $275.50 each. So you know what? You're 2 rows ahead of me. You're paying $275.50 if you want these seats. These are not dead center seats. This is not the first row behind the soundboard, which are great seats. I've sat there in Hartford for other artists like Kendrick Lamar, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I think, was it John Mayer? Can't remember, but J. Cole for sure. There was another band I saw there that I was right at the soundboard, row 1 behind the soundboard. Those are great seats. Yeah, I could see if you upcharge those, even though that's still not cool, but I can see why you could do that. No, these are seats at the corner, and they're $275.50. So there's a lot of outrage, Ticketmaster this, Ticketmaster that, and people, yet again, every year they ask this, does the band really know what's going on? Do they really care what's going on? And the answer to that is they know what's going on, they just don't care. For better or for worse, agree or disagree, they decide to stick to music. They stick to just going to the shows, performing the set list. They handle nothing with canceling tickets, with the warehouse. They don't look at the prices on StubHub and then say, hey, I want that gone, I want that gone, I want that gone. Those are brokers. They do not do that. And the reason we know they don't do that because Stefan says they don't do that. And this is a band that has educated me on issues. Farm Aid, without DMB, Dave and Tim, I would have never gone to a physical Farm Aid. Now, yes, there were other artists I wanted to see, but I wanted to pay the money because I knew, there's all these GOATs, Neil Young and Mellencamp, but Dave and Tim are there too, so I'm paying the money. It's worth it now. Let's go. And I've learned about Farm Aid. I've learned about other injustices through the African rhinos, the white rhinos, I believe it is, through Dave. I've learned about other good causes. I agree with some of the stuff. I disagree with some of the politics of Stefan and the band, some of them. I agree with some of the stuff they think about human rights, whatever. I won't get too much in that, but I disagree with some of the stuff. Oh, we got to have it. Like, no. Y'all taking it too far. That's just me. And everyone has their opinions, but that's the band. I can separate the politics from the band and have my own stance, and they have their own stance. So we cool. All right, I'll play the music. We cool. You have your stance. I have mine. Okay, some people, I can't listen to DMB because they're too liberal. Bro, they've been liberal since like 91 when they first started with their messages that are very far left. Anyway, that's okay. I'm losing focus again. But the point is, the ban goes to every single cause but ticket brokers. And if they were to take a stand, history shows us, the statistics show us, they are not going to get blackballed by Ticketmaster. Ed Sheeran, he's took a stand. All right, Mike, so I'm not going to do that. That's bad. But he's taking a stand. I'm canceling all these. He's canceled thousands of tickets. I believe Blake Shelton did it. I know 21 Pilots does it. And I know that Eric Church is a very, very, very aggressive person in canceling broker tickets. So there are other artists that do this. There are artists below DMB's level like Mumford and Sons who they're doing arena tours this winter, and they are making it harder for tickets to be resold. They're not letting brokers just sell all these tickets for all sorts of prices. Certain stuff you have to have IDs, you have to have certain credentials to show that you bought the ticket when you go to the venue and you're really close. You have to. You can't resell it. So that Mumford and Sons is not on the level of DMB. They make the same song over and over. Some of those songs are good, but they make the same song over and over. And they're like a poor man's Avett Brothers, and I love the Avett Brothers. Anyway, the point is, Mumford and Sons does do this practice, and they're still getting tours. They're still getting Ticketmaster's not saying, no, you're not touring with us ever again. No, we're gonna give you a smaller venue. We're gonna give you the bad dates. No, they're getting good dates across the country, big cities, little cities, etc. So the main point I have to make is people think, oh, well, the band's afraid to take a stand. Look, Ticketmaster plays both sides, okay? They are like a bandwagon fan that follows LeBron James or Steph Curry or whoever, like these players who get traded in basketball. That's what Ticketmaster does. When the outrage is to cancel tickets from brokers, guess what they do? They cancel tickets from brokers. They do it all the time because the band pressures them, fan reaction pressures them. Yeah, we're the good guys. We're going to make these programs to beat the bots. You see that advertising. But at the same time, on the low, they're advertising to brokers, hey, sell your tickets through us, not StubHub, because we want the money. We don't want StubHub making money off secondary resales. Even though StubHub doesn't price the tickets, they just allow them to be on their market, and they scan for fraud tickets, and they make sure that they're reputable sellers if you're selling online. Anyway, the point is that Ticketmaster will play both sides. They want to cancel tickets, but they want brokers to relist on their site. They want the average fan to relist on their site, and they want the resale tickets to be at a certain level. They don't want the tickets to be too much below face value or below face value at all for a lot of the concerts. You only can sell back at what you purchased. Why? Because they're devaluing their own tickets. The reason StubHub allows $10 tickets is because they don't own the tickets. They want people to buy. They want people to sell. So when you go to a Yankees game and the box office price is $250 in 10 years, like when Yankee Stadium opened up 10 years ago, you could buy a $250 ticket for $100 the day of the game. They don't care because they're not the box office. But Ticketmaster cares because they price the tickets. And if there's too many tickets on their market resale that are below the tickets they haven't sold for face value, that's bad. It's bad for business. That's why they don't, they're greedy. But they play both sides. And if Dave Matthews Band takes a stand and says, cancel these brokers, show ID. If you're in the pit, you got to show ID. Or you know what? A certain percentage, let's just say half of the pit tickets, you have to show ID in order to do it. Because then it'll give people the luxury to, if you're an average fan, to trade for another show. But half of the pit tickets, you have to show photo ID. Otherwise, you cannot get into that pit. If Dave Matthews Band said that, you don't think Ticketmaster's going to say no? No, because guess what? If Dave Matthews Band didn't want to have shows in Live Nation, Ticketmaster venues, they could go to Fenway Park. They could go to the Wells Fargo Center in Philly and do a show there instead of Camden. There's other shows. They can do shows in stadiums, just do like a caravan type thing, do GA fields and stadiums and say, you know what, we're sticking to the Ticketmaster because a lot of like baseball parks, they don't have Ticketmaster for concerts. Not all, some of them do, some of them don't. But they could go to different venues and say, look, we're going to Wells Fargo in Philly, we're going to this venue in that town, that venue in that town, and we're skipping Ticketmaster. They have that power. They could sell the tickets. Maybe have to do less shows, but they could sell tickets to other non-Ticketmaster venues. So Ticketmaster is going to get on their knees and beg for Dave Matthews Band to stay. And it's all about the band taking a stand. I said this with DMB Radio. Everyone's mad at SiriusXM. Everyone's saying, oh, no. SiriusXM has no control over the fact that the management of DMB says this is promotional only. We're not giving away our catalog to SiriusXM because there's not enough subscribers and there's not enough money in it. So we're only doing Spotify and Apple Music deals where you have all the live tracks. That's management in the band. So a lot of the stuff people think, some of it lies on Ticketmaster, some of it lies on other vendors and things like that. But a lot of it, the final say of a catalog is the band and their management. If they want to stand, if Stefan wants to take a stand against ticket brokers, he could. And guess what? Ticketmaster gonna be like, word? We ain't gonna. The $275.50 tickets I'm looking at in a screenshot, they would be $85. Okay, they're not gonna be $275.50. Brokers aren't gonna get all this inventory from Ticketmaster because Ticketmaster has to start canceling out the known brokers. They're gonna say run credit cards, run zip codes, run this, run that, run ISPs for where they're buying the tickets from, what internet, where the location of this server is or whatever, and cancel all this out. So Ticketmaster would have to flip the script and switch and appease the band because they don't want to lose the band. So all I'm saying is do not blame what this Citi, pre-sale and the official platinum issues where you can't get tickets. Don't blame the Ticketmaster as much as you put a responsibility on the band to take a stand, because if they take a stand, you're going to get better pre-sales, you're going to get better priced on sales, and there's going to be less brokers that have access to tickets. Brokers will always find a way to get tickets and find ways, like you used to have the credit card used to be attached to certain paperless tickets, and they still are, and they buy it on a gift card and do stuff, but it's harder for them. It takes more capital. They don't get as many tickets, and more fans get access because you're making it harder. Ticketmaster should make it harder. The band should make it harder for brokers to get tickets just by, just that much more, and more fans will have access. You show IDs for your pit tickets, these brokers aren't buying tickets because you have to show ID for half of the pit or half of the lower level. Show ID. Guess what's going to happen? Brokers aren't going to buy half those seats and fans are going to get them. If you can't go and it's a popular event, you should get a refund and then have that ticket be released to someone else. Make a wait list. There's all sorts of things Ticketmaster can do. They'll never do it unless bands take a stand. And finally, again, the bands who have taken a stand, less popular than DMB, more popular than DMB, guess what's happened? They have not been blackballed to my knowledge. Ed Sheeran keeps selling out these venues, so Ticketmaster wants him more and more. And Eric Church, whenever he goes on tour, his cult following follows him and they sell out. So these artists, just like DMB, that have power, they have not suffered. So at the end of the day, you want to be upset and you really want to make a change, speak to the band positively. Don't just criticize them. These are musicians. They're talented musicians. Respect their musicianship, but just say, hey, guys, you guys got to take a stand. You guys got to, this is an issue that hurts us, And yes, of course, the issues they talk about on social media, on their fundraisers, they're probably much worse than the first world problem of these ticket brokers. But at the same time, these concerts are our escape from our lives. Some of us don't have that much money. Some of us struggle to make ends meet, and we treat ourselves to a DMB show, and we can't afford it because the ticket's too expensive. So it's not the immigration issue. It's not Farm Aid, where farmers are literally losing their farms. Farmers are committing suicide. But it's an issue that our escape from the world is DMB. And when DMB prices are over double what they should be for platinum seats, that's something the band should take a stand against. So speak out. Now, I'm a hypocrite because I'm going to shows. I'm going to the Gorge for 3 nights. I'm going to Hartford. I'm going to Mansfield. So I'm still buying seats. I'm still going. Now, I got them to the warehouse, but I'm still buying seats for this band, and I'm not saying, hey, I'm not going to shows if you don't change this. And that's really what has to happen. People have to take a stand. The problem is the more people who say, I'm not going to the show, there's 5 or 6 other fans that are going to buy those seats. So take a stand. What I've done that I can say that maybe helps the cause is I'm not going to certain shows. I didn't even try to go to SPAC this year. I didn't even try to go to Camden. I didn't even try to go to Bethel Woods, even though I could make that show anyway, because I don't want to go to too many of these shows when the prices are at what they are and what Ticketmaster is doing. But at the same time, I'm still going to shows. So in some ways, I'm a hypocrite, even though I'm telling people, if you're mad, take it out, speak up and tell the band to take a stand. But I'm not perfect. We all are imperfect because we want to see this music. This music helps us to have memories, to make friends. I've met people just last fall alone, And I'm looking forward to seeing my boy John Dix and some other people at the Gorge. I've made so many connections through this band, and we have to just be open about where we direct our anger to if we're going to be upset, our frustrations. And we have to do it respectfully because, again, these guys, their main job wasn't to negotiate for venues. As a matter of fact, they have people that do that for them, but they didn't sign up to take a stand against brokers. But it's a reality in the market, and they should take a stand. And that's all I got for now. It's your boy Conservative 34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.